Go ahead.
I will start. I am hosting this.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. No? Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. JaiBhim and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on for what parts of the world you are joining. I'm Sanjay Bhagat and I'm going to be your host for the day. Before I start about our ALS, I will talk about the Boston Study Group. Boston Study Group is a non-profit registered with the IRS under 501c3 and an Ambedkarite organization in the New England, USA area. We started this organization in 2016. And we dedicated our work towards a just and equitable society. We organize workshop on caste in universities. We do the monthly meetings, Ambedkar Lecture Series, where speakers from various countries speaks on variety of subjects. We engage in other social activities in the Boston area to create educational and organizing infrastructure to carry forward our mission with many other South Asian organizations working in this area. Our membership is composed of individuals, families, students, scholars, academics, and workers who share our vision of equality and upliftment of the socially oppressed people. We are particularly interested in creating support structure and working with students from historically marginalized backgrounds. We are inspired by those who work for human welfare, from Buddha, Sant Ravidas to Savitribai and Jyotiba Phile to Periyar and Dr. Ambedkar. The Awakened is the magazine which Boston Study Groups publishes every year, twice a year, and that is to provide a platform for all Ambedkarites in the diaspora to share their stories, thoughts, views, and talents to enhance the Ambedkarite movement. We publish the magazine twice a year in spring and fall. We are looking forward to literally contributions for our future issues from Ambedkarites across the globe, including our young Ambedkarites. Please visit our website www.bostonstudygroup.org to view the latest issue of the magazine. We all know that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the messiah for the socially and religiously oppressed communities worldwide. He brought in forefront issues faced by 25% population of India. By providing constitutional rights, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar could change lives of millions of the people. It was expected that the leaders, intellectuals from these communities will build on the foundations created by Baba Saheb to take forward Ambedkarite Kawa. To some extent, we had few successes, like BSP forming government on its own multiple times, literacy rate of these communities going up, good numbers succeeding in academics and getting good paying jobs in governments. But these gains are now diminishing in last decade or so. Due to the various government policies, reduction in budgets for the education, health, social welfare, avenues our people had to fulfill their dreams of equality is under attack. Recent election result shows we are politically weakened too. So it is important to take stock of the situation and know the state of our community and the Ambedkarite movement. So we have a learned speaker in Dr. Rahul Kumar Balley to talk on this important subject. Where does the mission stand today after Dr. Ambedkar? To tell you briefly about Dr. Rahul Kumar Bali, he's a PhD in sociology from JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. He's currently an editor of Bheem Patrika, which was started in 1958 by his respected father, Shri Lahori Ram Baliji, who we fondly known as LR Baliji. Dr. Rahul contributed articles to national and international media. Dr. Rahul is a social worker. He has traveled widely to UK, Canada, USA, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Thailand, Nepal, Singapore, Switzerland to spread this message of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and the Buddhism. Dr. Rahul is a staunch Ambedkarite and Buddhist who only is the only religion he can, Dr. Rahul is a practicing Buddhist who believes that Buddhism is the only religion that can establish peace and harmony in a world of conflict and war. Dr. Rahul argues that today the cancer of untouchability can only be annihilated from Indian society if the people of India embrace Buddhism, a religion of equality, fraternity, and liberty. We welcome Dr. Rahul Balley to speak a few words on the subject topics and share his view to our audience. Dr. Rahul will be speaking for 30 to 45 minutes, followed with Q&A. Due to his other engagement, we will have the limited number of questions. So please type your questions in chat box and then we will consolidate these for the Dr. Rahul's response. To prevent interruption during talk, we have muted everyone, and during QA sessions, we'll unmute them and for the interaction. So thank you for your understanding. And with this brief introductions, the floor is yours, Dr. Rahul.
JaiBhim to all, Namo Buddha. I'm grateful to Boston Study Circle for giving me this opportunity to share my views about the subject topic. And I'm also grateful to Sanjay Bhagaiji, who was continuously in touch with me to organize this small, discussion along with other people. And since I have chosen this question, where does the mission stand today after Dr. Ambedkar? It is a very pertinent question. What are our achievements and what are our failures as a Dalit in the society? And I wanted to, speak on that where we stand today. And I have divided this topic into three subtopics: social, economic, and political. First, let me allow to take up social issue in regard to this question. As you know, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was a great sociologist. He read all religions of the world. He read their scriptures also, like Bible, Quran, and Hindu scripture, Hindu textbooks also. Then he found that these are not the religion for the Dalits who can emancipate them and who can give them equality and liberty. That is why in 1927 he burnt the Manu Smriti publicly. After burning the Manu Smriti in 1927 publicly, he opened the eyes of the Dalits and urged the people that they should follow the suit. When the Manu Smriti was burned by Dr. Ambedkar publicly, and there was a lot of hue and cry by the Hindu society against him. But Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar wanted to give a message to the Dalit community that it is the only Manu Smriti that gives the birth to untouchability. That is why we are today suffering in untouchability, caste discrimination, oppression, and exploitation. Babasaheb also studied many other sociological research and theories also. Then in 1956, he embraced Buddhism. Why he embraced Buddhism? Because he thought that Buddhism only can liberate our people from the clutches of Hinduism and Brahmanism. And in Nagpur, 1956, he embraced Buddhism and urged the Dalit community to embrace Buddhism and start their life in a new manner. That is why the people nowadays they are converting to Buddhism, because they feel that they can avoid caste discrimination, untouchability, exploitation, and oppression. In one of book in volume, Dr. Babasaheb also wrote like that if the Hindu travels to other parts of the world, they will carry their caste with them. This is what is happening in several foreign countries. Like I witnessed in Canada, USA, where upper caste people, they also, discriminate with our people. Openly, they sometimes abuse. In one of the case I read about an engineer from India in a company in USA, he was discriminated and the case was registered like that. So now in our society, what Dalit people are feeling now? Baba Sahib has done many things at the societal level, and now the people have adopted Buddhism and they are also working and spreading Buddhism wherever they are, wherever they are. Like in Punjab, you can see there are so many Buddhist temples are coming. But I feel now that our people are, embracing Buddhism, but still there are challenges for us. As Indian sociologist M.N. Srinivasan coined the term Sanskritization. Sanskritization, that means cultural change. However, our people are embracing Buddhism, but they are adopting Hindu beliefs, rituals, and manners also. For example, when we see in many of the houses, when we see that our people, they celebrate social gatherings in a Hindu manner. They call priest also, like a Mundan ceremony, and like a marriage, when they conduct a marriage, they call priest. They don't call Buddhist monk. It is still a challenge in our society, despite that they love to be in the field of Buddhism, and they want to lead a happy life also. But unfortunately, there is a long way to go to change our society. So, in as far the social things are concerned, we have to have change our mindset and have to have embrace Buddhism in totality. We cannot say like that. Simply, we are, taking flags of Buddhism, then taking picture with Buddha photograph or Baba's photograph. That is not sufficient at all in the society. If we want to live a happy and dignified life in the society, especially in Indian society, where the caste discrimination is prevalent, despite of there is a law. Article 17 says untouchability abolishes. Baba Sahib has done this thing. But still, there are cases in whole of India where our people are tortured, beaten, and discriminated. To avoid all these things, there is only one solution to go to Buddhism only. And once you are in the culture of Buddhism, you can practice lot of things over there and seek peace and your intelligence also. So like that way, there is a still need to change our mindset as Baba Sahib has given us that religion, Buddhism. So in that way, there are, atrocity prevention act also is there, SCST, against SCST. Despite of that, in Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh, in many states, the National Crime Bureau has given the data that the cases are going up against our people because because the nexus between the politician and the police is not justifying or not taking our care or not registering our cases, and that is why they are discriminated, beaten, and they are not given respect in the society. So there are so many challenges in the society. So we have to have, because Baba Sahib has done for everything for us. He has given us constitution, he has given us laws, he has given us articles, he has given us so many provisions in the constitution to live a dignified life. But it is in our own hands that we should uh, follow Baba Sahib religiously and follow Buddhism also religiously to get rid of all uh, Brahmanism and Hinduism. So, in regard to the society, This is what I have thought, that our people should change their mind and they should stop going to the Hindu temples where they are not given permission to enter into in many states. In India, in Himachal Pradesh, there are 80 types of caste discrimination prevalent in Himachal Pradesh. There was a report on that also. But since the far right government is there since 2014, so things are not changing. But we can change ourselves so we can lead a dignified life. Now, I come to the economics point. Baba Sahib has given us a reservation. Because of reservation, our people and are uplifted economically, and they are into the government jobs also. And there was a report, then more than 100 people, Dalit 100 people, they are crorepati now in India. There is a report, there is a media report. There are more than 100 crorepati in Dallas in India. They own companies, they own manufacturing unit, they own offices, they employ other people, they give jobs, all these things. But it is a very tiny population out of 1.4 billion population of India. Reservation definitely changed or uplifted our people economically. Now the things are changing because the far right government is in place since 2014. Now they are attacking on reservation, and now they wanted to destroy reservation also and replacing it with privatization. When they are, you know, promoting privatization, our people will not find a government job. There they can uplift economically themselves. So the trend of privatization is very high in India, and if this government, again they are going to take up all these things. And secondly, the backlog of vacancies in all departments, in all ministries, for the welfare of the SC/STs are not being filled up by this government. So, in nutshell, we can say that there is a danger for our people economically also, and they if they depend upon only on government job, the time is coming very hard for them in India, and now they have to take up a challenge and they can set up their small business so that they should not depend on government job, because there are two things happening in India. One is this far right government is behind destruction of reservation, and other thing is that most of the private business are in the hands of Brahmins and Banias in India, and when they give jobs to our people, there is a lot of challenge for our people. There was a study conducted by S.K. Thorat, former chairman of UGC, University Grant Commission, and he was a chairman, or he is a chairman of Indian Institute of Dalit Studies. He conducted a survey of these private companies along with the students and found that private companies, they don't call our people for interview, because the hiring department of those companies, they find surname like Gautam, Rahul, Kumar, Ahir. All these names indicate that he might be correct. So they don't send him a calling. They don't consider their job application. See the situation. This is, I'm talking about the basis of survey, and conducted by S.K. Thorat and his institute. So this is the condition of our this economic condition of our people. And day by day, it will be very difficult as I move in the society, as I take interviews of the people and find them, they will be facing a lot of problem if they depend upon the government jobs only on the basis of reservation, because the government says that they don't have a funds with them, whereas they are diverting the funds to the private company. where there is no reservation at all. However, there was a voice given by some political parties that reservation should be in the private sector also. But they also did not bother after some time, and the government did not listen it. And now they are happy that whatever is happening to the Dalits, and they are crying, let them cry. So our economic situation is also in a very, very difficult situation in the coming decades, I can say. So our people should think about it. Our leaders think about it, or our scholars should also take steps and take studies of these things and guide our people from time to time through the social media, because nowadays one can reach 2 million of people through the social media, and earlier it was very difficult for us to reach to the people. So what I feel that our leaders should take up this step as soon as possible to guide our people what is happening inside the government about the welfare of the SCSTs in India. So now I come to the political, issue. Baba Sahib emphasized on political alliance. When he was saying like that, he was saying that political alliance should be with those political parties which are ideological at par with us. But now what is happening? Why we are failing in political sector? There are things which I observe. First of all, that our people, they jump into politics without making any grassroots presence in the field. They simply join the party, or they will go to the reserve seat and it's an independent candidate like that. And after all, they face defeat because they don't have experience, they don't have knowledge. Baba Sahib always emphasized on education, and political education is also very essential. Now our people in the political field can only succeed if they make their presence at the grassroots level first, and then go to the different kind of people. Like they cannot win with the Dalit vote only. They cannot win because in the society there are different caste people living, and they have to depend upon their caste also. So we cannot say, just in example, I say in Punjab, Dalits are 33%. Despite of that, for the last so many years, our people are facing defeat because when they do alliance with other party, like in 2019, Dalit party made an alliance with the Kali Dals, and both are ideologically different. If you see the record of a Kali Dal, it was Prakash Singh Badal who burnt the copies of the constitution publicly. So like that way, if we do any political alliance, and our leaders should think about that, political alliance should be done very carefully, and so that we are at par with ideologically with that party. Otherwise, what happens? Our people face a defeat, and the other party, our caste 6 in Punjab, like that, they took all advantage of our votes. So, first of all, in political field, there is a need training about the political leaders. Our people, they don't have a training. Secondly, they don't have a regular newspaper. Still, they are depending on social media, and in social media, we cannot, justify this news is correct or wrong like that. Now, agenda is set by the national parties through the media only. Just see, we don't have any national newspaper with us. Despite of that, we in Punjab we are at 33%. In other UP we have more than that, like that. Why cannot we establish one newspaper? This is very, very important so that we can set our agenda and guide our your aspirational political leaders. So they can be trained for the political elections in India. If we don't do like that, so that is a big challenge for us. We will face defeat from time to time, and we cannot say, uh, many organizations from foreign countries, when the election takes place, they send funds to them. But those funds, when they send, that are not properly utilized. This is what I found in many elections in Punjab, because I was in the field. And now there is a time that if those funds come to that, that should be to establish a paper. I emphasize that we should have a daily paper. Dalit party should have a daily paper so that we can set our agenda, so that we can tell the people the realities. Because when we go to the field, upper caste people just hate us. And we go to our people and they are divided sometimes. They don't come and vote for only the other people. They are divided because of their self interest, because of their affiliation to the other political parties. So, like that way, that if we really want to establish a rule where we always proudly say that Raj Kalega Dalit ye wo, but now how can we do that when we are not prepared? We are not prepared. We are not fully equipped with the tools with the help of which we can win. So I again request to all the people who are listening me that at least establish your national daily paper. Those people who are really Ambedkarite and Buddhist, they should come to one platform and establish one national newspaper so that we can set our agenda despite of our differences, affiliations. We should forget about that as soon as possible if we really want to survive politically in India. Because people go to the booth with the caste mind. They always consider who is who there. Just see case of UP, just see case of Punjab. Uh, uh, we are defeated, and we stand nowhere at all. And it was also in the previous year. But we don't learn things. We don't learn from the national parties, and we definitely, however, in the public we say this and that about them. But we should also learn from them how they are winning, why they are winning. It is not only, money always work. It is an agenda that we set, we tell the reality to the people, what is our issue, how we can help them, how we can voice their grievances in the Parliament of India. So if we are able to tell them, they will definitely support us, and they supported in the previous decades also. When RP was active, we had MLAs, we have ministers also. Why not now? But now that things have changed, things have changed. Many people say that we have 110 people in the parliament, they don't take our voice, they don't raise our question. I tell you why. They are mostly in the Brahminical parties, and they are not supposed to take up your issues. They only come in the field, they talk about you, they talk about your issues, and they befool you, and they take your vote and go to the parliament and enjoy their life for the whole life because they get a fatty packet of salary, privileges. All these things they are getting. Now see in this what happened 2024 elections. Now this Chirag Paswan, he is taken as a minister. But what is Chirag Paswan? He apply tika on the forehead, where Pandit this dhaga all the time. If you see on the TV, you will see, and he goes to Vaishno Devi also. I never heard saying him about Baba Sahib and Buddhism. He is not a Buddhist, but despite of that, we choose such kind of people. So our society has to understand this. Our society has to read Baba Sahib. If we read Baba Sahib, we can learn many things in politics, economics, and social also. That is, and we can go to the field and in our seats also. But it is unfortunate many of the people they have bought the volume and they have kept in the Almara and they say that we have read Baba Sahib. Had they read Baba Sahib, today the situation would have been different in India. Definitely different in India. There are the people in India who comes forward, maybe silently, maybe behind the curtains. They always help you if they see that you are sincere to the cause. My father used to tell me that if you are sincere to the cause, you will get help, financial also, not only physical but financial also. But you should be very, very sincere to the cause. Now, in our people also, many bad things have crept in the political circle. See, in Punjab, Mr. Sampla, he used to be in the Ambedkar Bhavan, Jalandhar. He learned nitty gritty of politics from Ambedkar Bhavan, but now he is in the BJP. He doesn't go to Bodh Vihara. He doesn't go to Ambedkar Bhavan. He goes to Hindu temple. So like that way, I am not criticizing anybody, but I'm saying that the people are observing everything over there. Now people are wise and they select their people very thoroughly. But still, I say if we want to rule this country, we have to get together. We have to train our political leaders, and so that they can go to the field and work nicely and win the seats and go to the parliament and raise our issues and at least talk about our people. That is the only solution for us. So thank you so much. I will end up this talk. Thank you so much. Hello.
Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Rahulji. It is really a very enthralling session. And when I was listening to you, basically, these are the basically words coming from the person who has work on the ground level. And so that's why whatever you are telling make more sense and of utmost importance to us who are basically abroad and who don't know what exactly is happening in India. We just come to know from the news or from the social media, as you are saying, correct? So thanks for sharing all your wisdom here. And we will ask the questions. If anyone has the questions, please raise your hand. That is one thing. And before someone raise the hand and ask, I just wanted to ask a question which is different from the topics. Okay. And I'm always curious. I mean, everybody means from the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people who knows Baba Sahib Ambedkar and who knows what he has done for them, basically adore him, respect him, and all these. But there is totally different attachment for him from a community from Maharashtra, correct, in which he has born. But what I observe that more than them, the people from Punjab has more emotional attachment to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. That is what is my observation. So I am just curious to know what is the reason for our people from Punjab are so much emotionally attached to Dr. Baba Sahib and they adore him so much that sometimes I feel that we are nowhere near you guys. So can you just explain what is the history behind that? I believe you have the history. And if you can explain, that will definitely help us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And I tell you, I will not say that what you say that it is in less in Maharashtra and more in Punjab. But in Punjab context, I will explain. Baba Sahib came to Punjab in 1951, DAV College, Jalandhar. and he delivered a speech over there. And when he delivered a speech over there, my father and other people were there, and Professor Paul was there, who was at that time faculty or in the college. And from there, Baba Sahib came to Ambedkar Bhavan. Where now Ambedkar Bhavan is situated, Baba Sahib visited that place in 1951. And then after that, my father built that with along with the other, Ambedkar and Buddhists, this Ambedkar Bhavan. From Ambedkar Bhavan, my father used to edit this Bheem Patrika in 1958. He started this one. And after that, he produced more than 200 books, especially in Punjabi, Hindi, and Urdu. Later on, it was translated into English, then Marathi also, some Marathi also, but Hindi, Punjabi, and Urdu. Like that way, just see the case of Annihilation of Caste. Annihilation of Caste was printed first time in Punjabi, then Hindi, then Urdu, like that. That book, when it spread to the public in the society, this book opened their mind. They came to know what was the caste system, how we become Shudra, what is the untouchability, from where it took birth like that. So that book has really made a lot of impact. And this is one of the. Then father used to run Bheem Patrika. Bheem Patrika was published till the last breath of my father, last issue. And not a single issue was, missed during his life. So that Bheem Patrika also made. Then along with that, there was a newspaper in Punjabi also, Kirti. Kirti. That was, in association with the Channel Chahal and those Fabo people. And they people, supported financially that Kirti paper. And like that way, these paper and the speeches of our people, they spread from village to village about Baba Sahib. And secondly, on when I was young, one movie about Baba Sahib was shown from village to village on the projector. So from village to village, our worker used to go by car and then go to the village and show the Baba Sahib life and history in that movie through the projector. There was a lot of opposition from the upper caste people, but despite of that, my father during the election time, he went from village to village, and people know his face, people know about him. So there was not much hue and cry about that. And that picture, that film also made the impact of Baba. Over a period of this, you can say 60 to 70 years, and with the hard work of my father and other colleagues like Professor Paul, Dr. Surinder Rajanath from Banga, and this team was very, very strong with father. Dr. Surinder Rajanath is a double PhD in Hindi and Sanskrit, and he wrote letters of Dr. Ambedkar also. And recently, I am reading his book, 21st Century Monusimility. So like that way, they were contributing to Bheem Patrika articles and other things, and there were a lot of public functions and while spreading the message of Baba Sahib from village to village. Now, after this hard work, the people came from other countries like Chanan Chahal, he is no more. Then H.L. Virdi Saab from England and Sonlal Samplaji and other people whom I know personally. They used to come from England, take the books to England, and then they also set up Buddha Vihara and Ambedkar Bhavan over there with the help of my father. Then they used to come. They started, helping financially to the people in their own village to set up a Buddha Vihara. Now there is a big Buddha Vihara in Ludhiana. And other Buddha Vihara also come up in, like you can say, 13 to 15 Buddha Vihara. Those are really, working very good in Punjab. So like that way, the people have given their life for the mission of Baba Sahib. So that is why today we see that lot of people are, coming up with the idea of setting up either Ambedkar Bhavan or Buddha Vihara. And, one time my father used to tell me, यार हमें बुद्ध स्मॉक नहीं मिलता यहाँ, कोई टिकता नहीं था अम्बेडकर जलंधर में। तो ये इट वाज रियली डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस, क्योंकि लोग तो खाना भी देते थे, पैसा भी देते थे, लेकिन उनको पता नहीं क्या होता था, 15-20 दिन के बाद दे यूज्ड टू गो बैक। So like that way. But anyhow, now Ambedkar Bhavan is functioning very well. A lot of seminar and conferences we are holding from time to time. Like on October we celebrate, 6th December we celebrate, Buddha Jayanti we celebrate. So like that way the people are connected to us. So this is on a societal part. Now I come to political section. Why Baba Sahib is shining in Punjab? Because our Dalit parties and Dalit leaders, unless until they show Baba Sahib picture in their rallies, in their posters, so nobody will listen. So this is the achievement of our mentors who used to work from day at night. They did not, they could have gone to any political party and a lot of money at that time, because that time was so good, even in political field also. There you never used to be quarreling like doing today. They are just doing FIR, like they are sending ED, CBL. Nothing was there like that. They were all friends, but on the stage, they were criticizing each and everything, their policies, their programs like that. But inside, they were friends. They never attacked on personally on them. So, with the period of so many years, literature has also, given this thing to people. Now, some of the people, they take my father pamphlet and they deliver the speech, because the pamphlet is either is a 24 pages or 32 pages. They read the pamphlet and deliver the speech. So this is the achievement like that. Because my father used to have a very, very good team, all qualified people, professors, doctors, and from our society, intellectuals. So that is the reason I feel that it is now promoting and burgeoning day by day in Punjab.
Thank you, Dr. Rahul. Yeah, so since childhood, I know about Dr. L.R. Baliji because his books used to be in my house. My
Right.
father used to read him a lot. I know him since those days. And thank you for all Dr. L.R. Baliji and then the other stalwarts from the Punjab who did tremendous works to spread the Baba Sahib's message and the Buddhism. I know all the family members of Dr. L.R. Baliji, very committed to spread the Buddhism in Punjab and other parts of the world, Dr. Anand Bali and all these Baldevji. So thank you very much. So we have a question from Padmaji. Could you talk about the Zamin Prapti Sangharsha Samiti that represent landless and how they are working with the large SKM in the courageous farmers movement?
Actually, so far the farmer movement is concerned, in 1964, I start from there. It is written in Dr. Ambedkar Life and Mission also. In 1964 agitation, my father led a group of people to Lal Bahadur Shastri in Delhi. And one of the demand of the agitation was land to the landless Dalits. So at last, Shastri agreed and they got the land over there in Punjab. But now, so far this farmer movement is concerned, land to the landless Dalits, especially all over India, is a very tricky situation. The tricky situation, why I say, however, they are raising this issue, but it is in the hand of the central government. You can see that how they behaved with the farmers in the previous days, in the previous month. They have given nothing to farmers. They are simply giving them lip service, and however they've taken the free bills. But despite of that, there is no grassroots level changes. So this government especially, they are not in favor of Dalits. They are not in the welfare of the Dalits. They are not working. They are not going to give land to the landless Dalits. Rather, in Bihar and UP, a lot of reports are coming how the upper caste people they snatched land of the Dalits. There are media reports are coming, and now social media is active, so there are when the government is not ready to publish, they take out and they do like that. But anyhow, the people are working on it. But I'm not so optimistic that this government is going to give any land to Dalits unless until they are in a position to lose the election. They always do things like that. Just see the case of when the opposition was raising the constitution is in danger. So they lost ultimately. Our people understood this. The opposition is saying right. So like that way, they are snatching. Upper caste people are snatching. So I'm not so optimistic about this government that they will going to do anything for Dalits.
Great. Thank Dr. Rahul. Padma, do you have any follow-up question on this? Okay. So I don't see anyone raise the hand or type the question there. So I have a question about Padma. Do you have any question? Okay. So you say that the Baba Sahib said that, correct? The political alliance should be with the parties with the similar ideologies, correct? So in the election of 2024, all our parties, whether we talk about the BSP, all over especially Uttar Pradesh, where it has very good stronghold. And similarly, in Maharashtra, we had the Prakash Ambedkar Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi, correct? So they lost miserably, means BSP could not secure a single seat, and at the same time, their vote percentage also has gone down. And the same thing with the Vanchit Bahujan also. So in that case, the people from our communities basically sided with the other major parties like the Congress or any other parties who is basically stronger in that particular region, just to save the what they say that saving the constitution, correct? If opposing the BJP is basically saving the constitution. Do you think that our people were right in doing so, and at the cost of losing our parties or identities of our parties, whether it is a BSP or whether it is a Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi? So if you can throw some light on that, that will help us.
Thank you. It's a really good question. So I'm happy to answer. And, I come first to BSP. I was in Lucknow 2 years back, and I had met a few people over there. I was just talking to them what Mayawati is doing for our people like that. The fall of BSP is because of BJP. Whatever government she formed with the alliance of the BJP. However, we see that it is a independent party government, but at the back of the, it was BJP. Now, why there is a deficit of trust between the BSP and our allies in the UP? The reason I tell you why it is so. The reason is when the same media, the Modi media or this Godi media, you can say, they started planting stories about Mayawati in the national newspapers. Like first they planted this that she is a B team of the BJP. And there was erosion. Secondly, they planted that Mayawati is not a poor Dalit. Thirdly, they planted that in the Taj corridor corruption case, Mayawati is afraid of going to jail. I openly say this because a few days back on 4 p.m. channel, Padam Singh was interviewed. Padam Singh was a OSD to Mayawati. What he said in the interview that Mayawati was hijacked by Satish Mishra, a Brahmin. Now Satish Mishra is leading a BSP because Satish Mishra fought Mayawati Taj corridor corruption case. And he has all the documents, whatever documents made during that time to save the skin of Mayawati. This is what said by OSD Padam Singh on TV channel. I'm not saying from myself. So these three things have alienated our people from Mayawati. They wanted to give vote to Dalit party only. But the stories being planted by against Mayawati by the BJP, RSS in Uttar Pradesh is damaging day by day. And secondly, there is also fault with Mayawati. For the last 15 years, she is not leading any agitation in India. Lot of Dalits are killed, beaten, burnt, and women are naked and paraded in many parts of India. And in UP especially, National Crime Bureau has given a data that crime rate against the Dalits gone up. Day by day it is going up. Their land is being snatched. But where is Mayawati? Does she have no money? She has money. She has no manpower? She has manpower. Why Chandrasekhar has got huge votes in Nagina? Why he has got? Despite Mayawati stood a candidate against him. So this is what our people like Baba Sahib, he was always in the field, fighting for the temple entry, fighting in the parliament, making constitution. So people were seeing Baba Sahib doing this and this, this and this, this and so our people they want our leader should be active, not an air conditioned leader they don't like at all. So that is why the BSP is going down. Now I come to the Punjab. What is happening in Punjab? One time there is a one leader, after he defeat, Mayawati kicked him, like Raju. Raju was earlier in Punjab. He came, he fought election, he lost election, then Mayawati kicked him out. Then came Gadi Saab. Gadi came, he lost it. I don't know what will happen. But now there are so many videos coming that Gadi has made a lot of money over there. I don't know. I don't know the truth of these videos. But certainly our people want our political leader, whosoever it is, he should be or she should be in the field talking about us, taking our issue to the parliament, talking to the government like that. Result may be different, but they want our people should be active. That is why there is a deficit of a trust between Dalit and the BSP Mayawati. Now I don't have much knowledge about Maharashtra. I read only in the newspaper that Ambedkar Sahib has lost this all this thing. I don't have any comment about Maharashtra because I never went over there during the election times. So I cannot say much about that.
No. Thank you, Dr. Rahul. Yeah, I think in the Maharashtra also, the similar phenomena has happened. He was also being considered as the B team of the BJP. That is how it was projected. And mostly the people from our community were more concerned that if BJP come to power overwhelmingly, basically that is going to impact the constitutions and all these and constitution in that particular fear has mostly resulted into voting the person who is going to get elected against the BJP rather than putting the votes in favor of our parties. So the same phenomena and all these, I believe, and that's why our party needs to do some sort of the introspections.
Yes, I
Means
agree.
we have to be really pragmatic. Means it
Yes.
means we just can't fight the politics emotionally. That is not possible.
Not
You have to
possible.
be very pragmatic and understand what is at stake, and at the same time, how basically we can improve our positions, whether it is with someone's supports or our own supports. But that is what we have to do. And hopefully these particular elections will put that lessons to everyone, and our political parties will basically rise up, because we need them. It is not something we can't expect these mainstream parties to fight for our cause. Means we have given them the votes, okay, to save the constitution, but at the same time, I don't think they will be doing much for the sake of our community. It is same status quo and all this. So that is what my fear is. Hopefully, something comes up positive from these elections. If anybody has any questions, please ask. Otherwise, um, I will have one last question. So you were talking about the MN Srinivasan, and you talk about Sanskritization. I didn't know what that particular contest is. If you can
Yes,
talk about something about that, then
yes, sir.
okay.
I'm a student of sociology.
Okay.
My subject in PhD was sociology, and I went to England for elderly people, comparative study between Punjab and UK. So during my PhD and MPhil studies, I read M.N. Srinivas. M.N. Srinivas is an Indian sociologist, and he, during his PhD, he worked in Madras. At that time, it was used to be Madras, now Chennai. So in Kurgu area, he conducted a survey among the tribes, and then he found and coined this Sanskritization, uh, about which meaning is cultural change. Cultural change means that our people, like tribe and SCs and other people, there are no SC like that, but in ST, he's talking about ST. ST, they are adopting Hindu rituals, manners, beliefs like that. So that is why he coined this word. So it is a very popular in sociology, and without his, this the theoretical conception, the sociological study is incomplete, I can say. So even in day-to-day life, we see that how our people, however, they keep a Buddha photo in home, but when they conduct their family functions and other things, and they celebrate according to the Hindu rituals. That is a cultural change. Cultural change. So again, there is again one word I tell you: cultural baggage. What is cultural baggage? Where I take all the things like customs, rituals, beliefs to other countries. So wherever, as Baba Sahib said rightly, wherever Hindu will travel, they will carry their caste with them. So now they carry their cultural baggage. Wherever I see in Canada, I was there in 1 month. Whenever I used to go there, our Punjab Sikh, Jat Sikhs, they will say, "Oh no, Chamar ka ghar hai. वो तो Chamar hai." Eh? So like that way, they were doing things here also. Now they are doing in Canada also. So there is no mental change. There is no mental change. So this is the like
Yeah, correct. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Rahul. And yes, this Sanskritization is basically growing up also in the South. If we look at the number per vote percentage of BJP in these states, the South states, it is going up, even if they didn't get the seats in the Tamil Nadu. But still,
yes,
the percentage of votes gone up, and they are basically making the inroads in the
yes,
South also very big. It means they have lost some vote percentage in the North, but they gained it in the South. So that is really concerning, or the scary, we can say.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think, yeah,
Just see, sir. Sorry to interrupt
yeah,
you.
go ahead. No, no, go
Just
ahead,
see,
please.
when I talk about cultural change, see the Chirag Paswan in Kiwi. See Chirag Paswan. Whatever people will learn from him, he will
Mhm.
learn only tika on forehead.
Yeah,
Nothing they can't learn.
yeah,
Baba Sahib never promoted this. Baba Sahib never did like that. So our people are real Buddhist and Ambedkar. I never did like that. My father never did like that. But when he is appearing in the public, he has a tikka on that. So this is a cultural change. This is he is symbolically telling that I am also, Brahman.
Yeah.
Whereas no Hindu actress wanted to work with him when he was trying in the film industry. It is in the paper.
Okay.
It is in the paper. In the Asian age, it is there. Today paper. So like that way, there is a cultural change. However, we say we are Buddhist, we are this and that, we keep Baba's photo. Now there is a fashion. On Facebook, you will see everybody is holding Baba's photo and getting it done, clicked. They say, okay, JaiBhim, JaiBhim. But nothing will change like that. Ultimately, we have to do. Ultimately, we have to change our mentality.
Yeah.
And the people should also see, they should also observe us, that they are the people whom I can emulate, whom I can impress, whom can I follow like it. It's not like that. So this is the thing, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Rahul. So I think we are out of the questions now. So thank you very much for joining us and enthralling us with your speech. And at the same time, you are doing really great job in Punjab and all these. So I wish you all the best, and hopefully you will be continue doing this. And basically, which is helping our community there in Punjab in specific and in general everywhere. I mean, your messages through the Bheem Patrika and all these reaches everywhere. Dr. L.R. Balley was very much part of the Samta Sainik Dal and all these. That did a very good job. So thank you very much for contributing to the Ambedkarite movement and wish you all the best. So thank you very much, and to all the audience who had joined. And these particular sessions are available on the Twitter as well as the YouTube. And hopefully you will join for the next lecture. I believe this is on the 29th. And we have very interesting speaker coming up for that session. We are looking forward from the information, your presence there. So thank you very much, Dr. Rahul. Thank you very much, all the audience.
Thank you so much to all the members of the Boston Study Circle, and thanks for their valuable time and the audience also. And may I request to all of you, whenever you have some news and photographs to share with me for Bheem Patrika, you are most welcome, please. We can share, I will share you my email ID, and please go ahead and keep on sending so that we can publish it and tell the people. Thank you so much.